Man, what's going on in my mind, man? What is going on in each other's mind? You know, put myself in a church called Set Free. It's not bad, but there's always a but. There's compromise. When you get involved in church, you'll see the real war of compromise, what's going on. Okay, I pray for Pastor Vince. They have a church called Set Free Church on Apple Street in Oceanside. Uh, Pastor Vince, man, we went up in Arizona to raise money for the church in Phoenix, Arizona. Um, we're working at a ballpark. I mean, they serve beer, hamburger, and foods. I was like, okay, that's bad compromise. But when we work at a grocery store, it's the same thing. But then we worked at a rave. You know, a rave where they have like drugs and alcohol. I mean, but drugs and alcohol, drugs and being drunk can be a lot of things. So I got an argument, not really an argument. I was like, man, telling the head of the guy of the home not to talk to me a certain way, man. And then I got stranded in Phoenix, Arizona. It was weird. To make a long story short, I meet this guy saying we're gonna go to a church to go get some clothes, right? So he goes to buy some crack. I'm not gonna say no names. And then these people, these homeboys, I mean, they're not boys, but they're men. Start shooting at me, man, like automatic weapons. I was like in shock, man. My heart's still beating, man. My heart's just beating so fast, man. I was like, thank God my heart's still beating. And then I didn't get shot through the grace of God. And then a couple days later, they pull up on me. I thought I was dead. They pulled up in the car, and then they said, get in the car, man. There were women, there were temptations, there were drugs, man. I actually did some bad things, man, because I just felt like life don't even matter. Because I'm going up in the church, man, and there's nothing wrong with the church, but there is a lot of things wrong with the church. But we got to see the church in us. There's compromise. The first home I went up in there, man, you're allowed to smoke cigarettes. Cause I went to Victory Outreach, and actually Oceanside with actually Pastor Carlos, man, the good people. You're not allowed to do none of that. Then I went to this one church close to like the border in Tijuana. Pastor Panda, if you do something bad, man, he'll have you just go in the back and dig a hole deep enough for a body even more. He's like, hey, want to see what you did to your brother? Put yourself in there. Man, a lot of us don't see how easy it is. Man, this world's setting us up for hell in so many ways. And then when I went to Phoenix, Arizona, I mean, Pastor Vince is cool from Set Free. He was actually preaching. And the guy, the other pastor, it was weird. He smoked cigarettes. I'm not going to judge, man. And Pastor Vince was smoking the vape. Okay, but I'm saying I'm not going to judge, but I'm not saying it's right for people. But if you're a pastor, and I'm not talking crap about Pastor Vince, he's a good pastor. You're gonna have to go 100 with it because you're gonna have to set an example. I'm not judging, but in a way, we have a right to judge because if you're a pastor, you got to be an example. 100. This channel is not to say I'm fully of God. This is me, man. We all think that we know it all, even a pastor. All still babies in Christ. We need to walk. But then I went up in a church we're having actually Bible study. We wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning at this place in Arizona. It's Set Free Church in Arizona. And I'll talk about things what's going on with the government, man, things how it says that how churches will be separated and governments will fight against each other. The problem with churches, they don't want to talk about what's going on now. They don't want to see that the Bible's now. They don't want to talk about what's going on there. Oh no, that's not in the Bible. But they lost track. The Bible's now.